Here are 5 ways to demonstrate words of affirmation. You know, I'm almost insulted. Like, this isn't even big enough for my actual lip size. Like, look how small my lower lip is. What the hell? Fuck. Seriously, don't mind me. Cheers to Libra season. Libra is all about balance and harmony in relationships. And so it's prime time for the Venus Vitamin C's Masterclass. Venus rules Libra, so it's all about really finding ways to bring the truth of love, who we are, and share that and be that with the world. How do we do that? By embracing the love languages. So, according to Gary Chapman, there are 5 ways that you can express your love. Love is a function of communication. It arises in language, and without it being generated that way, it does not exist. It's not a feeling, it's not something that you fall into, it is something that you cultivate. So, the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, receiving gifts, and acts of service. So in honor of Madonna and the express yourself truth that love must be expressed, let's take a look at words of affirmation. If you take the 5 love languages quiz, it'll give you results where it shows which love languages rank higher or lower for you. So lately for me, what's been at the top of my list has been acts of service, with a tie between receiving gifts and physical touch. As I got older, it was kind of interesting to see how words of affirmation fell to the bottom of the rankings because I am a Gemini, Mercurial. I like to communicate, talk, connect, speak, affirm the truth of the beauty and magnificence in all the people in my world. And I think what happened was I got a little bit older and I got a little bit jaded by like sweet nothings and people talking game and then not following through with actions.
Sweet nothings and romantic promises are all love bombs. That's not what words of affirmation are.
I'm coming more into my Saturn self, and Saturn is a lot more about like tangible responsibility and, you know, showing up, and Saturn actually corresponds with acts of service. So the interesting thing to note is that even though one love language might rank higher or lower for you, all of the 5 love languages have planetary correlates, which is something I discovered in Sam Reynolds' lecture. So the 5 planetary correlates for the 5 love languages are words of affirmation goes along with Mercury, receiving gifts is with Jupiter, quality time is with Venus, then physical touch is all about Mars, and then acts of service is with Saturn. Does that make sense? Regarding the love languages, this is not just about intimate partnerships. This is really about how you communicate and connect with anybody in your life, whether it's your family, your friends, even your colleagues. Like, you can ask for what you want, or you can also ask other people what they want to be acknowledged for. According to Dr. John Gottman of the Gottman Institute, people make bids for connection. Now, people don't always explicitly come out and say, hey, I would like to share a moment with you, or hey, I'd like to connect. Sometimes it shows up as somebody being like, hey, look at that. Hey, how was your day? You will not believe the day that I just had. And sometimes these bids for connection might show up as somebody like sighing, or touching you, or sitting close to you, or sending you a link to something that they think you might like. Either way, the underlying communication is, hey, I'd like to connect with you. Please give me your attention. And that's okay. There are a few ways that you can respond to these bids for connection. You could turn away. Oh, not them again. What do they want? Okay, I'll respond like in a week. Or you could turn against. Really, I'm so busy. I can't believe you really wanted to show me that. I don't even really care. Did you even think about the other person? Well, maybe the other person has a point. Did you ever think about that? Or you could be emotionally intelligent and turn toward. They just want to connect.
Now, since some of y'all are jerks, here are
5 ways to demonstrate words of affirmation. Number 1, humility. You can say things like, I regret, I'm sorry for. Next time I will. I could have done fill in the blank better. You must have been upset or confused when I... Number 2, gratitude and appreciation. Literally just say, I appreciate you. I'm thankful that you. I'm so grateful to have you as my mother, sister, brother, friend, lover, partner. A little bit goes a long way. Number 3, encouragement. I believe in you because it really impressed me when you... The good news is, when you need something to lift your spirits, just remember that. Number 4 is empathy. You want to really reflect on what they may be thinking or feeling. Then you want to paraphrase it and recreate it. Yeah, it must be really tough that you... I can't imagine how hard that must be for you. That sounds... fill in the blank. Is that right? Oh yeah, I could see how you could feel that way because... And number 5, show respect and admiration. You want to speak politely and give compliments that are specific and sincere. Great job! I'm so thankful to have you in my life because, I really wish that I could fill in the blank the way that you do. It really makes me happy I'm so proud of you. Finally, real quickly, we're going to take a look at acknowledgement. But acknowledgement in terms of it being a landmark form distinction. So in the regular world, shall we say, the average person tends to look at acknowledgement through this sort of unexamined background of scarcity or not enough or wrapped up in some sort of in order to. Real acknowledgement is not about right or wrong or true or false. It doesn't describe or express or report on or command or manipulate. Ooh, you're so handsome. Ooh, I need to give this person all the compliments in the world so maybe they like me. Authentic acknowledgement is not to make something happen, produce a result, force an outcome, nor is it even really just to make somebody feel good. Remember what I said about feelings? Ooh, ooh, baby, I'm so high, I'm so in love, ooh, ooh, ooh. Emotions are insane. Neutralize your energy. You don't want high highs and low lows. That shit ain't real. Generating acknowledgement comes from standing in nothing, being given by nothing. Acknowledgement coming from nothing is generative, it is creative, it's a catalyst in an act of creation. Acknowledgement brings something into being as a matter of you saying it. Nothing is the foundation for possibility, and there's no scarcity of things for which you can acknowledge a person for. In fact, there's an abundance. If you liked anything that I'm sharing here in this little preview, you're going to love the full-length masterclass. We're going to go so deep. We're going to take a look at the planetary correlates with all the love languages. We're going to look at magnetism and how masculine and feminine polarities work. We're going to talk about high-value vulnerability, how to stop protecting and start connecting. And we're going to talk about sacred union and why divine partnership is truly an inside job. Please remember that at any given moment, it's okay to say, I'm scared. Ego seeks never to find. It's never satisfied, and it will defend itself to the death. So sometimes we just have to feel the fear, acknowledge it, and then take action anyway. Hashtag love is free. From fear, from expectations, from control, from the old paradigm, is just free. And since it is so free, it takes nothing to generate. So let's be about it. When a relationship is really valuable, the communication extends beyond moments of convenience. The connection makes it a priority. Love yourself first, and from that space of that deep, deep self-love, you will be overflowing with so much abundance that you will only have in your sphere people who are ready to meet you right there. Love is about complete and total oneness with God and with all there is. Cheers.